Metal Gear Acid was released alongside the PlayStation Portable in March 2005 in North America, and was one of the big launch titles for the platform. It was a completely unique entry in the Metal Gear series, and one that holds up really well today. Like the rest of the series, the story is extremely deep and features a ton of twists and turns. There's also an incredible amount of dialogue to the game, which does indeed hinder its portable friendliness. The game begins with a hostage takeover of a plane. There's nothing special about this other than the fact that the plane is holding the future President of the United States. Senator Hatch and every passenger aboard the plane has been kidnapped by, wait for it, psycho dolls. The dolls are requesting the US government give them Pythagoras, or else they'll kill everyone on board. To make a very long story short, the US government sends in Solid Snake to a South African island where Pythagoras is said to be hidden. His mission? To recover Pythagoras. What is Pythagoras though, and how the heck did dolls take over a plane? Well, all those answers are found in Metal Gear Acid. The game plays nothing like the core Solid series, except in the fundamentals. You still need to get from point A to point B without being seen. It's in execution where the game differs so much. All player action is handled by using cards. Movement, equipping, and firing a weapon to defensive special techniques are entirely card-based. Most cards have either a use or a move option to them, which allows Snake to move a set number of steps or to use the card's ability, whatever that may be. Cards also have a cost to them, which adds a tremendous amount of strategy to the game, as you must wait a certain amount of time for your next turn based entirely on your cumulative cost. The main flaw with this system is that you have no idea which cards will appear in your hand at any given moment. You know that you have 30 cards in your draw deck, and you can customize those cards from hundreds that are available. However, at a specific point, you don't control which cards you have on hand. This can make strategizing nearly impossible, but I actually enjoy the randomness. Teliko, Snake's partner in crime, is also a blast to use, and having access to both characters increases the odds of getting better cards in hand, but it doesn't completely eliminate the need for one specific card at one specific moment, whereby you're just constantly ditching cards in order to get the one that you need. The graphics are simply sensational for a launch title. Everything from textures to character animations are top-notch. Even the load times are very impressive. The environments are extremely realistic and well-designed, something like Metal Gear Solid 2 on the PlayStation 2. While all the music and sound effects have been directly ripped from the Metal Gear Solid series, there's no speaking in the game whatsoever, which is a bit of a shame. This wouldn't be the case for long, as future Metal Gear games on the PSP would eventually incorporate David Hayter's voice, but I'll admit it was a little bit jarring at the time. That said, I absolutely love the unique cutscenes, and the text-based dialogue is great. Metal Gear Acid features a ton of replay value as well. For starters, there are many cards that are hidden throughout the various levels that you can go and find. There's also a reward system whereby the game gives out 3 valuable cards per mission, depending on how quickly you defeated a certain enemy, Did you complete the mission quickly? How many enemies did you actually kill? Etc. There's even a basic multiplayer mode that awards new cards. Overall, Metal Gear Acid is a very bold attempt to offer players a new and original gameplay experience within the Metal Gear universe. It's a tremendous success in that regard. It plays completely different, yet somehow familiar. For being a PSP launch title, returning to this game in 2016 for this very review, I was honestly surprised by just how much fun I had with the game. Sadly, this is one game that isn't available digitally through the PlayStation Store, but it can be had on UMD for under $10, so I would highly recommend going and picking this one up.